What is up? What is up? This is your buddy Alertwolf here to bring you another anime review. This time I'm doing it on Hakkenden, 8 Dogs of the East, episode 16, and this one's called Reverse Flow, and how sweet it is to be back making videos for you. The last 2 weeks have been hectic. As I said in some of my previous videos, I started a new job, and the new job had me busy. I mean, last week alone I worked 53 hours, so I have been busy, and I do get the weekends off, however, which is good, because I've been but the last 2 weekends I've been busy looking for a car, which monopolized all my video time. Happy to say I did find a car. Got myself a nice Hyundai Elantra 2013 GT, Hyundai Elantra GT 2013. You know, it's beautiful, got it in white. Great vehicle. Anyway, so in my personal life, things are going well. New job, new car. Now in my YouTube life, things are going well. Finally reached 100 subscribers. That means later this week, and I have an idea how I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to bring to you my anime Redux video. It's going to, that one is going to be my first episode on it. It's also going to be my thank you video to you guys for 100 subscribers and making this happen. Now, let's get right into it. Now, this episode, it's kind of like a filler episode. It's a cute story, you know. Nothing major happened. There was no good action. It was just a cute story. And basically, Shino goes, excuse me, Shino goes and subs in for skate at the local school, which is a class for underprivileged youths that the church puts out, and he ends up teaching the class. They don't respect him at first. He befriends a little girl who's blind, which is something because she doesn't normally gravitate towards anybody. Now, who knows? Maybe her character becomes more significant later in the story, but as of now, nothing. And so she had some read to her story. Obviously, she's blind, she can't read. Where it's a story he knows as a kid, but some of the pages are ripped out, so every time he reads it's a little different. And I'm sure, and the story has metaphorical qualities to it. Now, on top of this, you have the fact that the class doesn't really, not only don't they like Shino, but they don't really like, they pick on her a little bit. Specifically one boy in particular who's sort of like the bully, but not really. He picks on her though too. Now, the other half of the story is the shopkeeper who makes the curry buns and pork buns wanted Shino to test out some of his ideas and to work with him to refine them. And they do that throughout the episode. You know, he passes by, and this is ongoing for a week or two. And he does help him refine the recipes one day. And he's like, oh, can you write it down for me? And they came out with some weird, ridiculous names for these buns, but they did. And he's like, well, can you know, I can't read them, but he tells him where he puts it. He's like, well, my wife and daughter can read them. And there you go. Now, the twist is, of course, he's been dead for the last 2 weeks or a month or whatever. And this was his way of, he helped his soul express his final wish, which was to take care of his family by leaving them delicious recipes that can be used to save the family business now that he's gone. Which happens because he passes by there. He mentions that where's the old man? You know, I saw him yesterday. He said he left some recipes for you in the thing. And they immediately check, and that's what happens. Now, you find out the reason why the little boy was picking on the little girl. It's obvious. Come on. We all know how it is with little kids. You tend to pick on the one you like if the opposite sex is involved. So he kind of liked her, and then Shino helped smooth it out for them, and well, not really. He just helped smooth things over in general, and the kid's not really a bad kid. None of them are, and so there's that. The little blind chick also talks to Sasuke and realizes he's a great and warm-hearted person, but his and is cold to the touch. However, at the very end of the episode, we run into the Dark Shadow Sosuke, or Evil Sosuke, or Golden Eye Sosuke, whatever you want to say, the bad one. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm a little under the weather. My summer cold came back, which is annoying. But anyway, she bumps into him, and for a split second there, I didn't know where this episode was going. I'm like, is he gonna kill this chick? Is he gonna, this little girl, is he gonna like offer her some evil deal? Like, what's going on? Oh no. But he basically says, she's like, you sound like Sosuke and feel like Sosuke, and he's like, yeah, my name's Sosuke too, but I'm not that guy. And she shakes his hand and or whatever, and she notices that the difference between them is this one's warm to the touch, and then he goes off, and that's that. And that's the episode in a nutshell. That's everything that happened. This one is very light, very lighthearted episode, and nothing really too crazy or too important happens this episode. So yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to talk about here, except for except that's it. It's just like a filler episode. It's very nice. Which the saving grace of this episode was basically that little nugget at the end, that payoff for watching the whole episode, was that little scene with Dark Sosuke. Anytime he's on screen, it shoots up a notch. So because of that, it's going to go from a 2.5 to a 3. And that's what I'm giving this week's episode. Or 3 weeks ago's episode, as I now see. Today's the day that the current episode 18 just came out. So when I go around in the circle, I'm eventually going to get back to, I'm going to end up putting out 3 of these reviews. Now, the Hakkenden reviews are not going to come out in a row. I'm going to put out all the last 2 weeks ago's reviews. Then I'm going to put out all the last week. And then finally, Hakkenden episode 18 will be the last one I'm doing to catch myself up. And the reason for it is it may take me 2 days to catch up completely. And, the current episode can wait. You know what I mean? I need to catch up on my back. So that's what I'm doing. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and thank you for subscribing. And please, if you haven't, subscribe. And this is your buddy Alert Wolf signing out.